Last summer, I took part in a service trip to Africa, and I was shocked to learn that female genital mutilation, or FGM, is still widespread throughout Kenya.
I was the fourth to be mutilated. By the time I saw the first girl, she bled profusely. Then I excused myself and said that I would like to go for a short call, and I was released. When I get out, I ran away, and when they realized I had gone too far, and I have been shown a husband who will take me. He was a very old man. He had 3 wives, so I was going to be the fourth. When I remember that, I really cried and come here. I took 2 days. I slept on the bush for 2 days. Then I reached the 3rd day here. I just came straight to the police station and report my case, and Carole was called and she came to take me here.
Their clitorises and labia will be cut out by razor blades, and their parents will sell them to old men in exchange for cattle.
So if you go look at how it's being done, the skin is laid down and then they do it just with a simple razor, whereby they take all the labias, they cut off all the labias, and they leave that gap open to heal itself.
Personally, I was circumcised when I was 13 years old. So I was expecting that at the age of 15, I start getting children. And now if I start getting children at the age of 15 and I'm unemployed, I'm not educated.
Many of the girls will bleed to death, and many of the survivors will suffer lifelong problems related to this barbaric procedure.
Cutting, putting down. Cutting. She cuts, throw, cut and throw.
So once they cut it, it will be bleeding.
The women bleed until she dies. Because you see now, the blood of delivery and the blood of circumcision, so it becomes a lot of blood.
The method that this thing is being done is very dangerous, because it can kill always. And most of them are dying. It's not that they're not dying, they're dying. But it's very difficult for these people to let us know they're dying because they know they'll be arrested. Because the government is really putting an eye on that. But it becomes very difficult because it's a community thing. So they join hands into doing it and they will not let anybody know about it.
Just think what would happen in the States if someone were to pull a preteen girl out of school, brutally mutilate her private parts, and sell her to an old man who already has 4 wives.
We now rebuke, and rebuke. 1. Female circumcision. 2. Unequal opportunity. 3. Early marriages.
You be. You get morala ke. More no Maasai bo kinna morala. Poki. Nero Maasai le morala. Niago migi you na trogi ara serikali migi you. Medi ndio baki serikali.
Me, I'm not circumcised. If you will be circumcised, you will not continue with your school. So you must be married because the Maasai men or Maasai parents need cattle.
Our Maasai sisters may live far away from us, but they have the same hopes and dreams we have.
I don't want to be mutilated, but my parents doesn't know that I don't want. Now if they know, they might even cane me and force me. But if I see it's difficult, I'll run away, go to my relatives' home and seek for help.
They run away and come to us because of the procedure of the FGM, because their private parts are cut off, and they fear that because it's not natural to them. Then secondly, they run away because they are being sold off to some very old men and useless, drunkard, so they don't take care of them. They are overburdened with work, and then the only thing that they do is just make babies, and then eventually they can't even take care of their own babies.
Fortunately, there is hope. A brave Maasai woman named Carole Nangeya, a victim of FGM and mother of 4, has joined forces with Global Roots, a children's charity that is unafraid to help children no matter how grim the situation or dangerous the location. Carole has already rescued 42 girls, and with the help of Global Roots can now save hundreds more.
These parents, they are not willing to take these girls to school, but I have come out to support them and defend them in whichever way. They nickname me that my minds are not working, because why should I stay with their kettles? I'm keeping their kettles here. So Maasai men value kettles than girls.
If I will be married, they will pay only 4 cows. And goats, they even not get money. They just get cows, goats, and some blankets.
They'll attack me.
Even the boys who want to marry them.
Yeah, even those boys who want to marry the girls are my enemies. There's one man who holds me like this, wanted to beat me. But I asked him if he have ever seen rain without clouds.
So when I saw Carole fighting over this, I joined her to fight over this, because I myself am educated. I'm a farm tech, and I love girls who go to school.
Okay, I decided not to be married off because I knew the better life after studying. So I never wanted to be married, because I saw the life of my stepsisters who are married before finishing education, and they are not living a happy life at all.
If you don't go to school and you have to borrow everything as a wife in the house, they see you as useless and they neglect you. So they go finding other wives, the second and the third and even the fourth wives, and then you remain frustrated.
My parents want to marry me off to a man of 75 years old. And I said no, I will not be a sixth wife. I have to learn. And I ran to Madam Carole Nangeya.
I'm happy to be here because I found Carole. She's a very compassionate woman who take care of me. She used to pay my school fees, although she have difficulties in paying our school fees because we are so many. But I'm glad to be here. It is safe here than home.
6 or 7 in the same bed. Others they sleep down, and others like this ones and the other one. And also we don't have blankets. We just sleep the way we are now. There's no any blanket.
In our bed, we used to sleep 8 of us. For me, I used to sleep at the other end, and we just sleep. Others used to sleep down on the floor, but we just prefer staying there.
We need a rescue center, because once they come in, we need at least a place where we can put them. If there are some who are running, they're coming in, but once they go back home, they're forced into doing it. So if we get a rescue center where all these young girls can be settled and then be educated, that will be the best way.
I'm not educating them so that they come and help me, but they'll help the society and they'll help themselves. They'll come future leaders. They can be like Karua, Martha Karua, those women in parliament.
I just want to study and rescue other girls like me now.
They
have no say.
No FGM for me, no early marriages for me, and I want education.
I don't want to get FGM. I don't want to be married early, but I want to have a family, and I don't want to be controlled by anybody. That when I get an husband, I get an husband that we talk together, we talk well, until we have a family.
Please help us bring an end to this horrific tradition.
So I just want people to know about us and to feel the difficulties we are passing with these girls behind me. And this work, I choose to do it because of what I passed personally when I was young. So that is why I'm encouraging these girls to be moral, encouraged, and I need support.
If you're as moved by these images as I am, please go to globalroots.org and make a donation by credit card. Global Roots is the only charity financing Carole's efforts, and they have now found a way to convince Maasai parents to keep their daughters in school, out of early marriage, and away from the razor blade of FGM.
Emana koyan,